To say Sonic the Hedgehog for the Mega Drive/Genesis was a cultural zeitgeist might be an understatement. The blue blur changed the world. He spawned sequels, multiple cartoons, Happy Meal toys, etc., etc., etc. As the first in its series, 1991 Sonic the Hedgehog was a representation and preview of what the games would ultimately become. Being earlier, its mechanics and level design were a bit different. For example, as a child, the first Sonic game I played was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. When I finally got around to playing the original Sonic the Hedgehog, I was wondering where the spin dash was. Why wasn't Tails in the game? Why are the later levels kinda slower? Keep in mind, of course, I was pretty young at the time. But there was an even earlier and very different version. A build that was a bit darker colored, with an odd pre-release enemy that never appeared again. Where you could jump, but not spin. That's right, no signature curling up when jumping. A version where Sonic looked a bit different too. Can't tell the difference? Well, here's Sonic 1's walking sprite for comparison. On the left, we see his ears are more forward. There's different shading on his quills, and his eyebrow shape and shadowing are different. There's a strange sign that until years later we never knew what it fully said. Yuji Naka, the game's lead programmer, thankfully clarified that it says, "You are welcome, never seen," and the world collectively became even more confused. So what is all this? It's actually the debut of Sonic the Hedgehog, a full year earlier to its retail release at the 1990 Tokyo Toy Show. It was a demo presented by SEGA to hype the upcoming release of what would ultimately become their new mascot. The build was only ever showcased here, and there are very few pictures and even less video of it running. There's even speculation as to whether it was even playable or simply an automated attract screen style demo. Now this brings me to my next point. You can experience this demo now, sort of, thanks to the help of a fan named Laffy Taffy and their homebrew Project Tokyo Debut 1990. Let's take a look at how this long-lost version of Sonic is brought back to life. Note that what you're watching now is an auto-running attract demo, but just wait, there's going to be more. Booting this up again, there's actually an option to play it yourself. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's speculated as to whether it was playable or just an automated demo, and the creator has presented both versions here. And it is just so damn odd to jump without spinning in a Sonic game. It's speculated that the real version had enemies with no collision or hitboxes, so it is the same thing in this demo. They cannot hurt you. Also strange is that Sonic is locked to a walking speed for the beginning part of the demo and is only allowed to run at the end, which you'll soon see. The creator mentions that Sonic's speed worked a bit differently here with a slower startup but faster high-end speed. Still, it's bizarre that the initial section feels like you're wading through molasses. However, once that speed occurs, it is quite satisfying. Another fun and hilarious bit is the debug mode, purposely left in for me to play with. You can become objects and place them anywhere. A sign, a tree, an enemy, whatever you want. You can even create a little parade if you want to. Overall, I think Project Tokyo Debut 1990 is a very fun, but extraordinarily niche demo. But, you know, that is also kind of what makes it fun and unique. Leave it to the retro gaming and modding community to take something that was unknown and unseen and then actually make it playable once more. Now, if you'd like to follow this project, please click the YouTube link below and show Taff some love. And if you are new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, and hope to see you all back for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and wanted to let you all know you are invited to a live Hard4Games meet and greet at the Detroit Retro Video Game Show on November 4th. Details in the description below.